So big thing is if you're right-handed, you're gonna put it over your left leg. These drums are kind of designed to sit pretty nicely on the left leg. As far as how far up or back or tilted, take your right arm, kind of get similar to the 90-degree angle, and just kind of see where your arm falls comfortably. And then move the drum to that spot. So your hand is just flat, touching the head. The first main thing we need is our juke sound. It should be nice and open. Think of like bouncing a basketball. You don't bounce a basketball with a flat hand, right? You want to let your natural curvature happen. You want the same thing here. If you're flat, it's going to be kind of a slappiest sound rather than that nice open sound. So you just want to bounce it through the drum. The head is going to act like a trampoline. Bounce your hand back. Just relax it and bounce back. Keep your thumb out of the way. If your thumb gets down there, it will reverse. So our next big sound is our tek. For our tek, we kind of want to spread our hand out, and we want to aim for the very last digit on our middle three fingers, and we want to aim for that edge. So feel that edge, yeah, right there, and we want to just. So yeah, that's almost exactly Iraqi. We just need to swing the second tek a little bit. So instead of doing, we could go. So next thing, we're going to let our arm fall over the drum. So it's hanging over here. So the back of our arm is just resting, it's nice and comfy. And then we want to feel for this edge right here. Same as where we were doing the tek, but we want to be around the top. And then just let our hand rest. So use your index, find that edge, and then let our hand rest down there. Once again, keep that thumb out of the way. Because especially with this one, if we're coming down and we put that thumb down, Ow. Yeah, there's a cringe just around the room. So for this one, what we gotta do, now that our arm is rested, our finger's where it's supposed to be, we're going to lift our arm up. To start with, let this part of your hand hit here. It's gonna be just fine. But you gotta relax this finger and let it just flop over. Just the one finger flopping over. As you get more used to it, you won't have to like smash the drum every time. But to start with, it works. So if you notice, when this finger is hit, this finger is up. So what we're going to do on our way up, we're going to rotate from the forearm. So we're going to come okay, down, come up, shaking it out. And that's how you see some guys it's just, they're doing this, they're just controlling it. The big thing is, here, do not cock your wrist. Yeah. That will lead to carpal tunnel. We don't want that. That is like one of our worst enemies. So just there, down, 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 down. Takes a little while to get this. So it's fine. And this is one of the strong parts about the Turkish split finger compared to like some of the old traditional. So the old traditional, they only use the ring finger, and it has no power. This is just like it. And then on top of that, you lose speed, especially when you're trying to do this. Right at that. A lot more power, a lot more speed. So it's a win-win. Yeah. So our next big one that we need is our slap. Our slap replaces our tek. So with this slap, it is kind of like slapping somebody. Whack. We are rotating from the forearm, but we also kind of want to grab onto the drum. It's kind of like there's some salt or something. So think of like a thumbs up. Grab on, you want to keep it there. So keep the thumb up, because your thumb is like. So, nice thing about slaps is we can do it low, we can do it with the do. Do it down there. Or we can bring it up. Loud sound that differentiates from the do, because otherwise it's like, what happened? We want that separation, and it allows us to do fun stuff over here. Because if we do text, it's like it gets lost. So people still hear that bass rhythm. The idea is your left hand is now part of the main rhythm. We're going to use our thumb or the back of our hand to mute the drum. So do that. And we can change the sound by moving our hand around. lot of fun, especially if we want to play at a quieter volume. We can put that in. We have do tech space, do space, tech space. So do. The Teks we can replace with the slaps. It's a little bit easier on our hands because we're going to put in basic hills. So we're going to take it a little bit slower, and in those spaces we're going to put a. So it's going to be two, slap, let's bring it down to the skeleton. Skeleton is fun, but it can also be a little trickier. We're only going to use one, which is the big finger, because that will free us up to put this in whenever we feel like it. So we have So this one gets fun because we can bring it out to be kind of like an actual little accent. Like we could do it as like an accent, bringing it way out, or we could keep it pretty low and chill. We could also kind of toss it in between these. Make it a little groovier. So it's a lot of fun. All right, so drags. When we do a drag, we're trying to put a real quick 1-3 in. So this one is going to be together. So this one is fun because you could do it as, like I said, put it inside as just a little fill. Or we could put it as like a little bitty solo. So, if we put it into Saidi, this one we're gonna take real slow. And then build it back up. So you could be do a little pause, and then do a 3. This is the skip. So it's like, it's nice to lead in for the very beginning. There's pause. Coming back in. So it's like a good signal. It's like, hey, we're about to get back in, everybody, let's go.
Yeah, okay.
Try to put this inside a rhythm. Yeah, probably not gonna happen because you need 2 of these. You need 2 8th note spaces, which we don't really have that space anywhere in these rhythms to do that. So let's look at the Matsu. We have Tek, Tek. Basic fill, skeleton fill, drag, all that same kind of thing. One of the only times we're going to use our thumb and our middle finger. We're going to tuck that thumb under. We want to hit the nail of our thumb, followed by the pad of our middle finger. Just like that. And then we're going to do the same with the left hand. It's like I'm tired, but the belly dancer wants to do the shimmy versus rolls, and it's like, okay, bring it. Who can last longer? I'm gonna take a nap. And the belly dancer's like, I'm dying. Okay, I give up. So, a lot of fun. Hope you all have fun for the first class.